Hello guys, we've started some topics in chemistry and we've solved some examples so far, and today we'll be naming some covalent compounds in chemistry. So let's get started. I'll talk about the prefix. What do I mean by that? Let's call this the numbers and the prefix be here. If you have one is called mono. 2 is called di. 3 is called tri. 4 is called tetra. 5 is called penta. 6 hexa. 7 hepta. 8 octa. 9 nona. So these are the prefixes you need to know in chemistry while trying to name any compound. So we have 1 as mono, 2 di, 3 tri, 4 tetra, 5 penta, 6 hexa, 7 hepta, 8 octa, 9 nona. So what do I mean by this? We'll solve some examples now so that you understand what I'm trying to talk about. The first example with me here is we have this. According to what I told you, looking at this example, we have N, which is nitrogen. There's 1 here, but we don't put 1 here. There's 1, but we don't put it. This is fluorine, and it has 3. So how do you name this? We know that this N is nitrogen. This is fluorine. And we have 1. Our 1 is mono. So this should be mono. Let's name this first. This nitrogen first. This should be mono nitrogen. This is how some students write it, but this is totally wrong. Why? Because we don't put mono. If we have any element that is having just one prefix here, we don't put mono at the beginning. But we'll still solve some examples and you understand what I'm trying to talk about. Here we have nitrogen. This should be mono nitrogen, but we don't start with mono. But if it is 2 here, we can put di. If it is 3, we can put other. But except 1, if we have 1 here, we don't start with mono nitrogen. That is totally wrong. So how do we name this? This one will be nitrogen we have 3. What is our 3? Let's check the table. Our 3 is tri, as you can see here. So it will be tri. What is F? We know F is fluorine, but when you are trying to end it, we use IDE. That will be nitrogen trifluoride. So this compound here is called nitrogen trifluoride. Let's solve another one. The second one, we have N2F. Here, this is nitrogen, this is fluorine. The same, we do the same thing here. So we first look at our prefix. Our prefix here is, we have 2. This is not 1. So here, because we have 2, we can start with the prefix of 2. What is the prefix of 2? Prefix of 2 is di. So we can start with di. So we write di nitrogen. We have fluorine. We have 1 here, but it's not always written. We have 1 here. So this one will be mono. We can put our mono here. Why? Because this one is not starting first. We have it here. So we can put our mono here. Nitrogen, mono, fluoride. As you can see. So we can put our mono here. Why? Because this fluorine is not coming first. If to say we have FN2, we cannot start with mono. We just have to write fluorine di and continue the process. But here now we have N2F. That is why we start with dinitrogen monofluoride. I have another example here. Just try and pause the video and try to figure this out. I have N2F4. What could this be? Just try to pause the video and try to solve it. This is the table. Okay, I'm back. Do you figure it out? So the answer will be, we have N2. This is nitrogen, this is fluorine. We have 2 as our prefix here. The first writes the name of the prefix. We have 2 here, and our 2 is di, as you can see. So this will be di nitrogen we have 4. What is our 4? Let's look at our table again. 4 is tetra. Then you write tetra fluoride. As you can see, is very easy. Very easy. Your prefix will always come first. You first write your prefix before writing the name of the element. I will solve 2 more examples. The 4th one here is CO. How do we name this? We have 1 here, but we don't put it. Like I said earlier on, we have 1 here, we don't put it. So this is carbon, this is oxygen. We'll not put this 1 here. So we have 1 should be mono. But I told you that we don't put mono at the beginning of any element or any compound you are trying to name. So you don't start with mono. It's only if it is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on that you can start with the prefix. So this is carbon. We don't start with monocarbon. No, it's wrong. So we write carbon. We have 1 here. So we write mono. Yeah, we're supposed to write monooxide. Can you see that? But we don't write 2 0. We don't write 2 O's here. This is wrong. So we ignore 1 O here. So it will be carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide.